I've got my water. Oh, I didn't fill it with the jug. I've got my water. Okay. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video is gonna be a little bit different than normal. You guys know I like to share what I eat in a day and full days of eating on here to give some inspiration and show how I stay on track with my weight loss journey after losing 70 pounds. Today I'm gonna be sharing what I eat in a day, but it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Recently I did a full day of eating 0-point foods, and I had a lot of fun just getting creative with the different ingredients and stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to do more of these challenges, which I can do another 0-point day of eating. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But today what I'm going to be doing, actually tomorrow, is I'm going to be eating an entire day of food from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to go to Dollar Tree right now and find all the products that I'm going to use to make my meals for tomorrow, just because I don't know how much time I'll have after the gym tomorrow to go to the store. I want to make sure I have everything all ready. So I'm going to head to Dollar Tree. I'm only going to get ingredients there, and I'm hoping I can find some things in the refrigerated section because usually they have that, but if not, I'm really going to have to figure it out. This video was originally inspired by another content creator on YouTube. His name is Killdozer, and he does these challenges where he actually did 2 weeks of meals from Dollar Tree. Way harder. I'm not going to be doing that today. Like I said, this is just a day of eating, but his content's a lot more entertaining. It's really funny. So I'll link his page in the description if you guys want to check out his videos. Not so much meant to be healthy meals or healthy days of eating, but it's just fun to see what he does, and that's where I got the inspiration for this video from. So go check it out. I'll link that in the description as well. But I'm going to run to Dollar Tree right now, and I'm just gonna be picking up all the ingredients for breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and find it helpful and entertaining. If you do, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna say it now, there's gonna be processed foods because a lot of the time when I share this stuff on my channel or different snacks that I like, it's all about having balance. I have plenty of proteins, fruits, and veggies throughout the day, but I also do incorporate different things in moderation. And tomorrow will definitely be probably more on the processed side because there's only so much I can get from Dollar Tree, but I also just want to show how maybe you can find some affordable options if you need to. And again, just making this journey fun, making it creative, and this is something that I like to do. So we're gonna head to Dollar Tree, see what we can find, and then I'll be back tomorrow to start out the day. Right next door to my local Dollar Tree, there's actually a Weight Watchers studio, and if you guys don't know, a couple years ago I got to go to New York for a photo shoot, and the pictures from that are what are hanging in the studio, so it's always cool to stop by and see that. But we headed into the Dollar Tree. I couldn't remember if this one had a refrigerated section, but I think most of them do now, so we went straight to the back to just make sure I could find some things there. And I was honestly just hopping back and forth between aisles because I kind of wanted to get an idea of everything that they had to then decide what I was going to be making for meals. I knew there wouldn't be fresh produce, but I still wanted to find as many 0-point items as I could, and I was glad to find some in the freezer section. And one thing I definitely had in mind that I wanted to make today was a snack mix. I was hoping they'd have air pop popcorn, so I was happy when they found that, and then I just picked out a few snacks that would go with that. Okay, here's everything that I just picked up from Dollar Tree. So first of all, the total for all of this, actually subtract 2 Powerades that Trevor grabbed, but the total for this was $47.15. So kind of expensive, honestly, because there were a lot of things I couldn't get, and I felt like if I would have just gone to Aldi, I would have been able to get all of this stuff, even in bigger portions, and some fresh produce. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. This was more just a fun challenge. I was just kind of surprised at some of the things that were $5 instead of $1.25. But most of the things I grabbed today were $1.25. Actually, I think the only $5 thing I got was the bag of chicken. So a little run through for my plan for tomorrow. I wanted to do a breakfast sandwich with this ham steak, so I got some English muffins, and this pack was $1.25 for this, so this is nice. I'm not going to use all of these tomorrow, but I got the ham steak, which has some protein. It's got 15 grams of protein, and there's 2.5 servings in there. Then I didn't find any eggs or anything. I was wondering if there'd be like hard-boiled eggs or something, but couldn't find those. Although I found this breakfast bowl, so it does have eggs in it. I figure maybe Adam and I can split it and put some on the breakfast sandwich. I didn't even scan it for points, so I'm gonna have to check that. But I didn't really scan anything for points. I just tried to find the lowest options looking at the nutrition labels and stuff, so I'll probably be in for for a little surprise tomorrow when I'm tracking everything. But for lunch, I wanted to do some type of snack plate, and I was thinking maybe I could do a snack mix with it. So for snack mixes, you guys know I like air pop popcorn, which is 0 points. So I was happy to see a bag of this. I'll pop some popcorn seeds. Then I got some tuna, which will be a really nice option for some protein. This can has 20 grams of protein and it's 0 points on Weight Watchers. I'm gonna make a batch of it with 2 cans because Adam and I will split it. And I got the light mayo for that, but then I also found these. They have some flavor, so it's a spicy Thai chili. I thought this would be good if I mixed it in to add some flavor. So I've got that to try. And then I was just thinking of putting the tuna on some bagel chips. I also got these pickle chips. So for me, I got the garlic dill. Adam will have the hot ones. I got some different mix-ins that I can use for the snack mix. I got some white cheddar popcorners, some of these spicy ranch pretzels I really like. I also grabbed these at checkout. They were just some ranch corn nuts. And then, like I said, I'll mix that with the popcorn. So I don't even know for sure if I'll make the snack mix with lunch or just later in the day. But I also got this little cheese that I'll use for a little side on my snack plate. And then a smoked turkey meat stick, which is pretty big, so I figure maybe we could just split it to snack on. So that's my plan for the snacks. I also did grab this seasoning for the tuna if I want to use it, and I don't know if I'll use it for anything else, but I just thought I would grab that. I decided to get my water there, so I'm gonna try to drink this tomorrow. It's a whole gallon, and I figure maybe I could make some of these Starburst drink mixes. They're 0 points on Weight Watchers, and it'll just add some flavor. I don't know if I want caffeine tomorrow, but if I do, I got this 3D energy drink, and it's a blueberry mist flavor, so I haven't tried this one. They recently redid all their drinks, so I'm kind of excited to try it. Then for dessert, I was thinking kind of like a stir fry. I found this packet of rice, which will be perfect. So I'll just microwave this, and then in a pan, I'm just gonna cook up this mix of vegetables. This was really the only good protein. I just ended up getting these Tyson chicken nuggets, and I'll probably just toss them in some teriyaki sauce that I found. These are a little bit higher point. I think they were like 9 points for 5 of them, but I'm gonna see how I can incorporate them to make it work. I think that this will still be a pretty filling meal. And then I also got some chicken pot stickers on the side. So we might not even need that many of these chicken nuggets. We'll probably have this whole bag of pot stickers, and then that'll be our dinner. I didn't find any apples, which I wasn't surprised about, but I did find some unsweetened applesauce packets. So this will count as my apple a day after dinner. And I realized I didn't get anything for dessert, so I may be running there tomorrow after the gym just to see if I can find something quickly, but I feel good about everything I got. I'm kind of excited to get this started tomorrow. That's my haul from Dollar Tree, and I'll be back with my what I eat in a day tomorrow. Okay, so I just got ready to head to the gym. I'm gonna fill one of these blender bottles with the jug that I got. I'm making sure to drink that full gallon from the Dollar Tree today. And then sometimes I do have a snack before the gym, but honestly I woke up not feeling too hungry. I'm just going to go do my workout, and then I'll have breakfast right after. So I'm getting some puppy cuddles right now. You can't even see him, but oh no, Maggie found us. Hold on. Are you kidding me? Okay, and then after the gym, I did mention, I think yesterday, that I didn't grab anything for dessert, and I need to have something for dessert every day. So I am going to actually go to a different Dollar Tree that's pretty much the exact same distance. We have 2 that are right down the street from each other. It doesn't really make sense, but I'm going to see if they have anything else at that one. I'm going to head there after the gym, and then I'll be home for breakfast. Today was my glute and hamstring focused leg day. I always start with Bulgarian split squats now, and I do a drop set where I start with 2 dumbbells, go down to 1, and then do some body weight reps. Last week we went downtown to see Tosh live, and because of it I missed my last leg day, so I had to go slowly today and make sure I was warmed up and stretching after because I was feeling pretty sore from it. Okay, I just got done with my workout. It was really good. I actually just hit 100 zone minutes, so felt really good, and I definitely needed that. But Adam just got done with his workout as well, so we're actually gonna go head to the other Dollar Tree that I mentioned. So like I said, each one is within like 10 minutes from my house, and I wanted to go check this one out to see if there's anything that I missed that I didn't get at the other one, and I didn't get anything for dessert. So I was hoping maybe there's like frozen berries or something I can make a protein shake with it or something like that. So we're gonna go check it out. Okay, I'm back from my second trip to Dollar Tree. I really didn't need to go, but like I said, I wanted to get a dessert, and then they actually had more stuff at this one, so I might even change some of the things up. I kind of just wanted to have options. So I did find these steamed dumplings that are chicken. When I went to the other one yesterday, they only had pork, so I do prefer the chicken. This has 15 grams of protein for the tray, so Adam and I will probably split it, but I just keep looking for more ways to incorporate some protein. Honestly, I wanted to see if they had a protein shake there, and they did have one that was 10 points on Weight Watchers. So I'm definitely gonna be over my points today. I'm gonna have to use some weeklies, but the whole point of this challenge is trying to keep it a little bit low point, a little bit healthier. And I am gonna be tracking my macros and everything today because I just wanna kind of see where I'm at. I want to see if I can hit my protein goal for the day, which is anywhere from like 160 to 180 usually. It'll be hard, but I'm gonna do the best that I can. Let me quickly go through the rest of the stuff that I grabbed. So I did get some of this. I've never had it before, but I've actually had people tell me it's pretty good. So I'm just gonna toss this pink salmon into the fried rice as I'm making it with the veggies so that it's just some salmon fried rice and we'll still have the chicken on top, but that's 0 points and it adds 15 grams of protein per pack. This is something I got for a snack review. So that's our snack review closet, but I just had to grab it while we were there because I haven't seen it. So anyway, I wanted to get some sweet things for dessert, and the main thing that I had in mind was at the other one I saw they had frozen blueberries and I didn't grab them last time. I was really hoping they'd have some type of yogurt or something that I could make a yogurt bowl with, but they didn't. So I got these frozen blueberries and I think I'm just gonna have them with some whipped cream. It's not like a lightened up whipped cream. Usually I try to get the lighter one. This is the extra creamy one, so it's probably higher point, but I'll just use it in moderation and it'll be a nice sweet treat that I have. I was also excited that I found sugar-free jello. So these are actually 0 points on Weight Watchers. And then I also found these pineapple tidbits in pear juice. So every single fruit cup they had was in syrup, and this was the only one I could find with fruit juice. It doesn't have any added sugar, so I feel like this should actually be 0 points if I don't like eat the extra juice. It's just pineapple, but it's no added sugar, 65 calories for one. So anyway, I grabbed these. Maybe I'll have them, maybe I won't. But if you guys have been following me, you know I like to have some type of fruit after each meal, so maybe even after I finish my breakfast, I'll have one. Adam came with me. He actually stopped at Sam's to grab some stuff for tomorrow. He just needs like bananas, but he wanted a Propel, so he grabbed this. I'm still making a dent in my water. I finished my blender bottle, so I'm about to fill this up right now. But then this was one other thing that we saw. It's just chicken jalapeno bites. It's 2 points for a pack, so we might use these for our snack plates for lunch. Again, a little bit extra protein. It's got 5 grams in the pack, so it's something, and they're 2 points for the pack. And then Adam wanted some hot sauce for his breakfast, so he found these mini hot sauces. They weren't at the other one, so found this one there, and that'll just be for our breakfast right now. What I'm doing for our breakfast, I've got these English muffins, and I didn't scan them in the store, but actually when I brought them home, they're 3 points for an English muffin, which isn't bad. It's 120 calories and 5 grams of protein in one, and so I'm gonna toast one of these up. And then I also had gotten this ham steak, which I didn't scan it. A lot of like lean lunch meat and stuff is 0 points. I didn't think this would be. Yeah, this is 3 points for 3 ounces. So about half of this is gonna be 3 points, but I'm still gonna have it. It's gonna be 15 grams of protein, and I'm just gonna cook it up in a pan on the stove. Then this is high point too. I think our breakfast is gonna be the highest point. This was definitely the biggest challenge, but I wanted to kind of make a breakfast sandwich and incorporate some eggs. So I got this Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl. It's got sausage in it, so it's eggs, potatoes, pork, chicken sausage, and cheese. And I thought that I could just cook this up and put half of it onto the English muffin with the ham and just make a sandwich. So it is 12 points for this. Adam and I are gonna split it. It'll be 6 points that I have to track in the Weight Watchers app. And I'm gonna be tracking everything else in my MyFitnessPal too for the macros and stuff. So 6 points for half of this. I'm just gonna heat it up in the microwave and then have some English muffin and ham. It's 3 for the English muffin, 6 for the bowl, and then 3 for the ham. So that'll make my breakfast 12 points on Weight Watchers. It's 420 calories and 29 grams of protein. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get this set up to make it. It'll be really fast because I just have to microwave this and toast the English muffin, but that'll be my breakfast. Okay, here's my finished breakfast. This honestly looks really good right now. I'm just really hungry too, but this comes out to 12 points total. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and then if I want something sweet after, which I usually do, I think I'm just gonna have this fruit cup. I might not even have the juice, I might just eat the pineapple out of it, but I'm not tracking it. I'll count it as 0. Okay, I forgot I wanted to give some taste tests of everything that I tried today, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. I'm in my cookie room right now. Those are all the cookies behind me that I have to finish up today, but let's see. Okay, first of all, the hot sauce was like the lowest level and it's kind of spicy. The ham's better than I expected and the English muffin's really good. I probably could have toasted it a little bit longer, but this actually worked out really well to have the eggs from the bowl, and the potatoes are just extra, same with the chicken sausage, but it's actually really good. And I always like to do open face sandwiches like this. I feel like they just take longer to eat, they're more satisfying, but this kind of tastes like a McDonald's breakfast sandwich. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish this up. Okay, I'm also gonna eat the pineapple. Okay, I've just been working on some cookies, so I had to get this order based. It is a first birthday breakfast at Tiffany's theme, so this one I don't need to have done today, but I just needed to get the base layer done. And then this is the really big wedding order that I'm working on, so it's kind of like a vintage pond theme with stars and moons and lotus flowers. So these are gonna be like little firefly jars. I've got the moons. I did these lily pads, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do on those blue ones yet. I'm just using those as like a water base. These are both just gonna be words. So the stars are gonna have their names, and then these other ones are gonna have the date. Then these squares are gonna be like a stained glass design, and the rounds I think I'm gonna do a lotus flower on. And then I've got some stars that I need to figure out what I'm going to do with, and then more lotus flowers. I'm gonna go ahead and actually make a snack mix right now, and then I'm gonna get back to work on these. Okay, it is lunchtime now, and I'm excited to make this snack plate. I went ahead and tracked it. I know I said breakfast would be the highest point meal. This one's gonna be 11 points. So still, I'm keeping it pretty low point for what I'm working with. The thing that really makes this a higher point meal today for my snack plate is the cheese. Usually I try to find some type of like skim or reduced fat cheese, which is 3 points for the serving, and this one's 5, but I'm still gonna include it because I wanna have my cheese on my snack plate. This is the pepper jack cheese I picked up. I think they also had a cheddar. So I'm gonna chop this serving up into little cubes. I'm also going to use this entire pack of these pickles. So they're just garlic dill pickle chips. Adam's got the spicy pack. Then I've got this turkey meat stick that I'm just gonna cut in half, and Adam and I are gonna split. So it'll be 1 point for half of this. I'm just gonna chop it into little bite-sized pieces I can pick at. We're gonna have some tuna. So this is where the bulk of the protein is gonna come in. We're each gonna have 1 can, which has 20 grams, and then we're gonna split this pack. I'm gonna mix them together so it adds some seasoning and flavor, but this is 15 grams of protein and we'll be splitting it. So I'm gonna have that. I also did get some seasoning that maybe we'll throw in there, and then I got some light mayo we'll be using. So it's 1 point for the serving of this for a tablespoon. I don't even know if I'll use a full tablespoon, but that is what I will use for the tuna. And then with the tuna, I will use the pickle chips to like scoop the tuna onto it. And then I'm also going to use a serving of these roasted garlic bagel chips. For the serving, it's 4 points on Weight Watchers. It actually has 4 grams of protein and it is 130 calories. That'll be my snack plate. It'll be pretty quick to assemble. I just need to make the tuna salad. And then, oh, I forgot, I'm also going to have a jello cup. This is sugar-free, so 0 points. I like to end every meal with something sweet. I already had a fruit cup earlier, so I'm gonna be having this right now, so 0 points. And what flavor is it? I think it's cherry. So, yeah. A lot of the time I like to switch up the seasoning that I use for my tuna, but the garlic and herb that I found today was perfect for this. And I don't know what I was thinking here, but I accidentally dumped the entire thing of pickle juice onto the counter trying to get them out of there. Okay, here's the finished snack plate. It is 11 points total on Weight Watchers. So this comes out to about 460 calories and it's got 43 grams of protein. Whenever I make snack mixes, I don't weigh out the air pop popcorn I use. It's 0 points on Weight Watchers, and usually I'll do like 2 or 3 cups of it. But in order to get the servings for the other snacks that I add that have point values, I just use my food scale and weigh them out in grams, and I get the most for as many points as I want to use. I've actually been pretty consistent prepping some batches of popcorn like this because it's been such a nice 0-point snack when I want something salty. And I recently got these stainless steel bowls with lids that have been perfect to keep it fresh for days after I make it. Okay, so I just made myself a snack mix. This came out to 3 points total. I just did 1 point of each snack, and then the popcorn is 0. So I'm just gonna snack on this for a little, finish up the cookies that I'm working on. And then we're going to our niece's t-ball game, so we'll be outside for a little bit, and then it'll be dinner time. Okay, we're getting ready to head to our niece's t-ball game, and I'm definitely feeling hungry today. I feel like it's because I'm not packing all my meals with 0-point foods like I usually do. But I've got another snack that we're gonna have. So these are just chicken bites. This is the jalapeno flavor. Hopefully not too spicy, although it says hot on it, so I'm nervous about that. But it's 2 points for the pack, 45 calories, and it's got 5 grams of protein. So let's see how it is. And Adam's got his own pack as well. So. Boom. Oh boy, it smells spicy.
Oh, it does.
This is what it looks like. There's really not many in there, but there are these little bites like this. I don't have my ring light set up, but okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, yeah, those are spicy, but it'll get me to drink more water, which I was gonna say. I'm about to fill this up using my jug that I got, and I've actually made a good dent in it. So keeping up with my water intake, and we're gonna go to the t-ball game, and we'll be back with dinner.
What? Go! We're coming to get you!
Okay, we're home from the t-ball game. I got so sweaty. We ended up playing tag with them for a little bit afterward and then racing them and stuff, and it was a lot. Even though it was nice and cloudy, it wasn't too hot, but it definitely worked up a sweat for us. But anyway, I am really hungry for dinner right now. I am struggling to keep this super low point. I really am trying, and I'm trying to also hit my protein goal for the day, and I don't think I'm gonna be close. But I am still doing the best I can to make these meals pretty balanced. For dinner tonight, I'm making us some rice, veggies, and chicken. I originally bought pot stickers, but we're actually not gonna have those today because I found these when I went to the Dollar Tree, and I would just rather have these. So these are the Bibigo dumplings. They're chicken and vegetable, and Adam and I are just gonna split the tray that it comes with. So it is 4 points for the serving. We just heat those up in the microwave. I'm going to cook this rice in the microwave and then make a stir fry with it. So in a pan, I'm just gonna start cooking up this stir fry vegetable mix. This has broccoli, carrots, snap peas, yellow bell peppers. That'll be good and make it more filling. I'm gonna cook up the veggies first, and actually I did grab a can of mushrooms too because I thought, why not just add more veggies in? I don't mind canned mushrooms. I know some people are really iffy about them, but I kind of like them. So I'm gonna add a can of these, which is 0 points. And then I decided to grab these. I don't know how good they're gonna be, but I've had people recommend these to me, so it'd be nice to try them. They're just Alaskan pink salmon packs. So each pack has 15 grams of protein, and that'll help to make this a little more filling, a little higher in protein. I'm gonna add these two, so we'll just each split it evenly. We're also just gonna split this. This has like 1 3/4 serving in it, so it's a 5-point serving when I divide it up. But for our other protein, I wanted to do some type of chicken. This is a little bit higher point. When I scanned it, it said 9, but then when I typed in the info, it's actually 6 for 5 pieces. So we're gonna do 4 pieces for 5 points, and I just have it heating up in the air fryer. I'm gonna toss it in some of this sweet teriyaki sauce. This will still be a filling meal, and I'm gonna pack it with some veggies. It just really has been hard to find 0-point foods at the Dollar Tree, and hopefully this will be good mixed in. I don't have an apple after either, and I'm just gonna have one of these unsweetened applesauce packs. So this will count as my apple for the day, even though I know it's not the same, but I'm just trying to make it work. I'm gonna go ahead and get started making the stir fry. Okay, here is our finished dinner. It's a big portion, although I have to say the frozen veggies were disappointing. It had yellow bell pepper and there were like 3 slivers of bell pepper. It was kind of ridiculous, but there was a decent amount of broccoli and pea pods and carrots, so that's our vegetable, and I'm actually glad I got the mushrooms to add in as well. I added the packs of salmon, which adds more protein. They're 15 a pack, and then we've got the rice that we split up and the chicken that I air fried, and then the bibigo wontons or soup dumplings that I microwaved. This is a high point dinner. It's 14 points total on Weight Watchers, but honestly, we're both hungry today. We've both been pretty active too, so I don't track my activity points, but I always keep that in mind. I'm at like 150 zone minutes or something for the day. 143. Okay, just kidding. But anyway, I had an active day, and because of it, we want to make sure that we're fueling our body too. 14 points total. It's 4 for the dumplings, 5 for the nuggets, and 5 for the rice. Only 3 things I had to track for points. In my MyFitnessPal, this came out to about 651 calories and 42 grams of protein. I wish it was higher in protein. I wish I would have found edamame. That was the one thing I really wanted because that would have helped a lot, but still. We're gonna give it a try really quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, you've just been hanging here waiting.
That's fine.
I'm honestly most nervous about the salmon, but I think that
I don't know if I got. Oh, I had to get some.
should be good. Yeah, it's all mixed in pretty well. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's kind of like tuna noodle vibes.
The chicken's kind of good in there too.
Yeah, it is.
It's like breaded chicken nuggets.
That worked out well. And we know we like the dumplings, so.
Yeah.
That's our dinner. I'm gonna have my unsweetened applesauce after. I'm also almost done with this. I'm about to just fill up my blender bottle. It really helps to drink just 4 of these a day because that's equivalent to 1 of these. And so that's the way that I measure it instead of just always drinking 1 of these. Although it has been nice to have this as a measurement because I keep like looking at it throughout the day and reminding myself to drink more water. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and eat dinner. Okay, it is time for dessert. I had my applesauce after dinner. It definitely didn't hit the spot like a normal apple, but it worked for this video for today. So I made myself a little bit of a jello bowl for dessert. I had some frozen blueberries that I got, so I just did about a cup of them and I microwaved them for like 1 minute and 30 seconds. So they're actually kind of liquidy now, but I'm just gonna mix them together with a sugar-free jello cup that I put in there and then some whipped cream. Hopefully this will be good. I feel like it's just like a giant fruit jello bowl, but it's only technically 1 point for the whipped cream. The other 2 things are 0. I went ahead and tracked everything. That's gonna be the last thing I eat, although I am going to make a drink mix because I've got to finish up some cookies. I will show them once I'm done, but I'm gonna make one of these Starburst blue raspberry waters. This is actually all the water that I have left of my jug. So I've got the powder packet here and I'm just gonna pour that in. I kind of thought about pouring one of these onto the blueberries to add some like sweetness, but I decided not to. So I'm just gonna have it in my water instead. But I'm gonna give it a try and see how it is. It's supposed to be blue raspberry Starburst. Not bad. Not the best. It kind of just tastes like Kool-Aid. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. That's gonna wrap up my day of only eating food from Dollar Tree. I definitely went over my goal for points. I knew I would use some weeklies, but I ended the day using 43 out of 24 points. I did actually feel like I had a good day of eating. Of course, I like to have more whole foods and proteins, but I did what I could with what I had at the store, and I feel like it went pretty well today. I had fun creating the different meals. So I ended the day having 2,136 calories. I had 73 grams of fat, 245 carbs, and 133 grams of protein. So honestly not bad for my protein, but not my goal. I did have 23 grams of fiber, so that was actually pretty good. I was nervous I wouldn't hit it, but I know that the blueberries will help me to get to that goal. So that wraps up my day of only eating food from the Dollar Tree. Like I said, I had fun with this, and shout out to Killdozer for the inspiration on this. He's also done some other ones where he does like only a certain color food. I was thinking that could be fun, but also really difficult to keep things low point and just only do certain color foods, but I thought it'd also be fun. So let me know what you guys think about that. And like I said, I'll link his channel in the description below, but I had fun with this, getting creative, trying to find lower point meals. I could also do something like this with just lower cost meals, because I was even thinking about like the dinner tonight was only a few bucks for us to each have a pretty big portion, and it was filling. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.